Hello, my fellow nerds. This is Oracle and Richie, and you're probably wondering what I'm going to be doing for this video, unless you saw the title and read what I typed. But we're g- but for this video, it's going to be something a little special because a certain developer has just announced that we're getting a remaster of a certain visual novel game. I'm sure most of you or most of my fans are very familiar with. Because if you haven't been a fan of mine for a long time, well, first of all, thank you. But second of all, um, well, just trust me, you guys are gonna love this. So without further ado, um, we're going back to this game. That's right, baby. We're so back. We're actually going back to our Wonderland. You guys are probably wondering, playing this game again. Well, this game is being remastered. Right now, Carrot Patch Games actually was so excited and happy about the positive feedback that this game got that that after he finished it, they are actually doing a remastered version of this game. And I actually have the remastered version right here. This it may not look different from the original, but trust me, it's different. This is what the this is what this is what it originally looked like. Yes, but a little disclaimer: it's gonna be this is still in its alpha version 0.1, I think I read. So there's gonna be a few differences here and there in the UI and all that. A few quality of life updates. Works. But it but anyways, we're here back in our Wonderland, the remastered version. I'm actually so excited to get this started. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Start. Let's see what you added, Carrot. Oh, how to play. Enter to advance text, escape to open menus, control to skip already read text, B to go back one line of narration. Oh, wait, B? We're using the B button this time? Okay, Z to open history of log, A to toggle auto forward, V toggle self voice acting. Okay. Ooh. I'm 11 years old. The first time I was I'm 11 years old the first time we entered Wonderland. August 3rd, 1998. Whoo boy. It's been a while since I read that. Oh, and there they are. I- Is everyone ready? Ooh, wait. Ooh, the cutscene's a little different too. Seems like we've got everything, yeah? And this is the biggest tree in the forest, so this part is important. Or at least I think it is. My fingers curl around the worn edges of the book in my lap, and I let my eyes fall into the words of the page. Words that seem to tremble and dance atop the surface of the paper. Giz is closest to me. She's been dubious from the start. The instructions aren't that complicated, really, which doesn't bode much confidence. But she doesn't move to leave. On second thought, I'm pretty sure my mom's calling me. Orlum is across from me. His face is white as the time he threw up in Miss Gronemeyer's sixth period. I'll get an earful if she finds out me way out here, so I'm just gonna. He throws a glance back at the blackness between the trees. The corners of his mouth twitch like he's about to cry. He doesn't leave either. Hmm. The last time your mom cared about where you were coming out of between her damn legs. Gen Genzo's as salty as ever, but that's Genzo for you. His dying words will probably be a dig at Orlum or Orlum's mom. Whoa, what was he doing between his mom's legs? And then there's Bucks. Bucks doesn't understand anything. She's only 9. That's inappropriate again. And you're gonna corrupt poor Buxley. Ah, shit. If Bucks doesn't understand that, she needs someone to corrupt her ass pronto. Genzo's the only one who dare swear. It sounds so natural. It just makes me jealous. I tried saying hell in a mirror one time. I hadn't been able to look at myself in the eye for days. If it, if anyone cares, I resent that comment about my mother. Guys! Wait a second. Okay, so this is one of the quality of life updates that they added. It's just they have Iggy on the UI now. That's really cool. Because like in the original, he didn't appear. We're just looking at his point of view, but now we actually get to see him from a third person perspective. This is so cool. I need to get everyone back on track. I know if I don't corral I need oh sorry, he's not talking. I need to get everyone back on track. I know if I don't corral them, we'll never get started. And then what would be the point, really? We need to focus, okay? Come on. I lick my lips and swallow. My fingers are shaking, and I press them tighter into the book's yellow pages. This is gonna work, I'm telling you. The book's like a gazillion years old. Besides, books can't lie. Not like Orum's mom. Hey, what exactly does it have say we have to do again? We don't have to break out into song, do we? I readjust the book on my lap, finger to the centered paragraph in the middle of the page. Its font's fancy and curled. By blood alone shall the innocent pass, traveling hand in hand, where every wish is your command. Your very own Wonderland. All his fingers go to his mouth. Buck's eyes widen. The light of the lantern dances off her trembling pupils. Oh. I volunteer to kill Orlum. My eyebrows twitches. No one's going to be killing anyone. A, li- a little from anyone should be fine. It only works for kids. No adults allowed. The 5 of us grow quiet. Furtive glances from one to the next. Gidget's chewing on the inside of her cheek. There it is. Like, I know some people chew on the inside of their cheek for like because they're nervous, but like a lot of people seem to do that in this game. Trust me, it's gonna be a pattern. Genzo's brows furrow. Bucks has her little fists clenched in excitement, and Orlum looks about ready to piss himself. Crickets chirp from off in the darkness. Well, let's get on with it then. No point sitting here freezing our asses off. This is gonna be the hard part. I reach into my Stegosaurus backpack and pull out a small knife I had carefully secured in an elastic pencil holder. The blade gleams in the light from the lantern. I got this from the drawer in my kitchen. Should do the trick. I can feel the collective gaze of the group on the knife. Have I mentioned that I really don't like this idea? Orlin fidgeting again. Genzo rolls his eyes. Only about 100 times. Just make sure you clean it before your mom cooks with it again, yeah? It's just a small knife, the type I'd see my mom use to cut apples, but the tip is plenty sharp. Oh, oh god, no, this makes me cringe. I bring the shiny point in the middle of my palm and press. It prickles. I pause. I press my lips together. I pull across my palm before I can stop to think about it. No. Oh god. It slices through the skin like butter. Tears spring to my eyes. I want to swear, it sounds cool, but honestly, if there hadn't been a time to swear, it would have been now. But it all comes out in a pained squeak. When I blink, my eyes open and search through the watery veil. I see a amount of red forming across my palm. Iggy! Gidget takes my hand, her skin warm against the growing chill creeping out from the soggy fissure. My fingers tremble. Yeet, Iggs, you animal! I blink. The salt water runs down my cheek. I force a smile. It doesn't hurt. You only need a little. That's what the nurse always tells me too. Then she stabs me with her 6-inch needle of death. Orlin runs a hand through his sweaty hair again and again. We all have to do that? I take my hand back from Gidget. Tiny river of blood runs past the bump of the wrist. Buxley still slides in from the right. I don't know why that got me originally. I just know it's funny. The pearl like head at the tip reminds me of a caterpillar. We have we have to. It's the only way it'll work. A pause. I think. Stop staring at Iggy's hand, Bugs. You're starting to scare me. Bugs is leaning forward on her hands and knees, seemingly entrapped by the red ribbon leaking down my arm. Gidget grabs the knife from me with a huff. You guys are so weird. I'll go next. Trust Gidge to do anything, Iggy says. Gidget whirls on Genzo, tips and knife trembling in her grip. Or knife tip trembling in her grip. Shut up. We all agreed to come out here, didn't we? I'm not afraid of some little stupid cut. She brings the blade to her palm, pauses, squeezes her eyes shut, then slices. I can hear the slice too. Like it actually makes my hands cringe a little. Ugh. It's not as deep as mine, but it's the blood that matters. Tiny pinpricks bubble up within its swallow groove, almost like tiny chicken pox. See? She she pulls her palm up with a waggle of her fingers. It doesn't hurt. Gizzard just smirks. Are those tears I see, my lady? She ignores him. Go, Orlum, it's your turn. Orlum blenches. I can see the sweat gathering on his forehead. My turn. Hey. Genzo grabs the knife from Gidget and slides up next to him. Here, I'll help ya. Stay right there. I can do it myself. Orlum scooches backwards so fast he nearly falls over, then snatches the knife from Genzo's hand. His freckled cheeks puff out in what could either be indignation or dread as he brings the tip of the knife to his palm. It takes forever. Again and again, Olin tenses up as he's trying to push out an especially large poo. But again and again, he pulls it away, tears bubbling up in his eyes. Finally, he pulls the blade across. I think I'm gonna be cringing every time I hear that noise. That's it? A mosquito would do better than that. There's blood, right? Matters? Olin pushes his hand in Genzo's face. There's indeed a tiny red spot of red. I cut in before things can get off track once more. That should be fine. Thanks, Orlum. See? Orlum puffs up proudly. He just turns to Bucks, who's been watching the whole ordeal go down in rapt silence. It's your turn, Buxley. Do you think you can do it? Bucks bobs her head, and when Orlum gives her the knife, she gorges it straight into her palm. Jesus. Her hand quickly turns red. Buxley! God almighty, she's a monster. The sight makes me queasy. Bucks, you don't need that much. Bucks just grins. Doesn't hurt. Honest. She's a weird kid. She holds her hand up and we all back away. Genzo grabs a knife from her. Give me that thing before you kill yourself. Without a second thought, he swipes it across his palm, forging a similar mote to mine. His eyes are growing He eyes the growing trench curiously. The circle grows silent, each of us looking down on our sliced palms. That's everyone then, my voice trembles. A moth flutters in front of the lantern. Genzo gnaws on his bottom lip. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but nothing's happening. Is there something else you have to do? Gidget asks, turning towards me. I can hear my heart beating in my ears. Everyone's eyes are on me. I don't... I swallow, but the saliva gets stuck in my throat. I glance back down at the book, then it comes to me. I guess maybe we need to hold hands? Hold hands? Orlum's voice raises a good octave. Isn't that unhealthy? What if one of us has a disease? We already have you. What could be worse? Genzo snickers. No one is gonna get sick, Orlum. It's fine. Though even Gidget sounds unsure. I reach my hands out, one towards Bugs and the other towards Gidget. There's a moment of uncertainty. Then both of them reciprocate. Bugs' hand is slimy and slick between my fingers, and I feel my stomach churn. Gidget's, on the other hand, is warm and soft. Come on, guys. I nod at the opposite end of the circle. Genzo groans. Willem cringes, but they lace their fingers all the same, then reach out to Gidget and Bugs respectively. Oh, here we go. The silence returns. Another moth flits to and fro in front of the lantern. Grasshopper preens itself atop a specially tall blade of grass. I spot an ant crawling across my bare knee. I resist the urge to flick it away. Beautiful moon out tonight. Genzo gazes at the point skyward. This isn't working, see? Nothing's happening. Willem seems 1 second away from jerking his hand from Genzo's grip. I don't have an answer. I don't know. What else it could... This is boring, Buck sighs. The blood can't keep her entertained any longer, it seems. Am I allowed to go home now? Even Orlem is starting to seem more disinterested than anxious. I'd failed them. It's okay, Iggy. It's not your fault. Gidget gives my hand a reassuring squeeze. It would have been cool if we were... The sound of something heavy cuts her off. There's a large stone sliding across the gravel surface. It's a loud and grating, and for just a moment, it feels like the very ground is opening up in front of us, all the way to the grinding, scratching moan that makes our hearts thrum. It ends abruptly as it started, and the forest grows silent. No more crickets, no more cicadas, no more fluttering moths. Even the very air is still. I realize my eyes are squeezed shut and crack open first the right, then the left. Everyone's looking at me. No, not at me. Past me. I twist backwards and see the base of the big old willow, the tallest tree in the forest, its trunk like a massive boulder covered in twisty, gnarled roots. Oh, baby, here we go. Now with the very visible and very dark hole in its side. Across from me in the circle, Genzo hisses between his teeth. Well, shit. Hey, there's the music. Our Wonderland. Written and developed by Carrot Patch Games. Art character designs by Carrot Patch. Yeah, Carrot made this whole game himself, I think. Yeah, but the music is by other people. This is so awesome. It's so good to be back. 20 years later. Iggy, she has me before I have a chance to react. She goes for the legs. She always goes for the legs. One meaty hand wraps around my right thigh as the other goes for my left. Then her shoulder takes my hips. At that point, escape is futile. Bucks rises to her full height, and I go with her, draped like a sack of potatoes with my ass in the air. Oh, dang, what voice did I give Bucks before? Crap. If it isn't my favorite pigmentally challenged little nerd. Bucks laughs. The resulting convulsions practically make me seasick. I feel like I haven't seen you in years. How the hell are you? Still doing that computer hacking stuff? You gotta show me how to do that sometime. Hooner always gets on my case because the computer is doing some weird shit or whatever. But how the hell am I supposed to fix it, you know? Bucks is a literal ox. Beefy arms and neck, chest as wide as my aunt's old minivan. Even her laugh means business, big and hearty, and bursting up from her lungs like a firework of sound. I'm great. That's great. I can feel the blood rushing to my head. Mutters is bumping against Bugs' back somewhere, just above the waistline, and my glasses are threatening to slip off my ears. Bugs, I can't breathe. Yeah, right. Oh my god, she looks the exact same. She looks so good. It looks so good, even like with the quality of life touches. Bugs drops me back onto the sidewalk. It takes a moment for the world to stop spinning. So what? Can I get you a beer or something? I got good stuff. I got the good stuff. Crabs from that place just outside of town. She slaps her hands together. Let me grab you one. She barely waits for me to acknowledge her question before clomping off towards the porch. I'm so happy. Actually, just so happy that we get to see Iggy's reaction throughout all of this. Like, I didn't want to just imagine that he was just being stone faced the entire time. I grab my strewn messenger bag from off the ground, then follow with a hand up to tame my nest of curls. Bugs's house is nice. The nicest any of us has managed, to be honest. It's a cozy split level with white shuttered windows and a spacious porch wrapping all the way around to the backyard. The type you dream about once you're halfway through college and you realize you have no idea what you're actually doing with your life. Yep, that's relatable. You follow Bugs across the porch, now dodging the fake terracotta pots of a few hanging plants along the way. The sound of the TV drifts out from the screen door leading inside. I pause for just a moment to hang my messenger bag up on one of the railing posts, then start for the steps. Heads up! I round the corner just as Bugs tosses me a beer from the cooler. I barely keep from dropping it straight onto the deck. The backyard is neat and trim and decorated for the occasion. Picnic table with a multicolored plates and napkins, a few red strings of red, white, and blue flags draped across the trees, a trio of white and green striped lawn chairs. Bugs even has her grill out. The air above it is warping in the heat. I popped the tab off my beer and wandered towards Bugs, who's grabbing a can of her own. So what's new in Iggy's world? Anything new and exciting? Foam bubbles down her chin as she takes an impatient sip. I can't say much has changed since last year's barbecue. To be honest, still have my apartment over in Brookside, still doing mostly freelance. I had a contract gig for a few months in the spring for a little advertising shop over in Duquesne. Nice way to get me out of the house, but the commute was hell. I take a slug from my can. It goes down the wrong tube. Ugh. Never take the intercity bus. I finish with a choked cough. I'll trust you on that. But Bugs raises her can towards mine, and we clink them together in tiny symphony. No special friend to keep you company in that lonely little apartment yet? I'm taking her a chug, longer this time. No, not yet. we we've really got to get you out more. Like get you out of Lambrook. I'm telling you, there's nothing left here for a bright single centerfold like you. Hell, even I wouldn't still be here if it weren't for the little monster. Better for raising a kid, you know, school district and all. Bugs waves her mouth at the back of her arm and nods her head. At what? I don't know. DJ finally made a move. She's over in Duquesne permanently now. No more scooting back and forth. Oh? I say leisurely. I helped her out with a few months back moving her stuff. Surprised she didn't call you. Shit. I never got back to her about that. I guess she wanted someone with a little more brawn. Ha! Can't argue with that. Buck slaps me on the back and I nearly spit out my beer in my mouth. Out the beer in my mouth. Once I recovered, I attempted to divert the conversation. What about you? Still delivering packages? Buck strains up at this. Eh, no more door to door for me. Just call me shift manager, Buxley. Oh, congrats. Probably means more regular hours then, huh? I remember you used to pull some late nights driving the truck. That it does, which sure helps with the mini tornado siren in the room next door. Bug gulps down the rest of her can and crushes it in her palm. She tosses it in an empty trash bag lying in the grass. Finishes through the cool. It fishes through the cooler for another. Ooh, ask about Hooner or ask about the baby? Okay, wait, do we have to say? Oh, well, it actually tells us our current playtime too. Ooh, wait a minute. Okay, wait. Can we go to save? Yes. The save is its own dedicated area. It's good. Damn, this is okay. Oh, it even tells you the arc name in the top right. Arc 1, the barbecue. Current playtime 00. Right? Let's go ahead and ask about I think I asked about the baby before. Let's go ahead and ask about Hooter. Well, what about Hooner? What's he been up to? You know, Hooner as ever. Between him and the screaming pile of goo, feels like a breath of fresh air doing something like this. Bugs pops open the top of the next beer and gazes out across the lawn. Things aren't good. Nah, just, you know. What do you expect? Neither one of us are getting much sleep. Sharing a beer on the patio with the crew, though, almost feels like my old self again. I can imagine. The babies I see at the store are enough for me. No thank you. As if to emphasize my point, I promptly spill beer down from my chin and shirt. Bucks guffaws. What? No cotton top munchkin in Iggy's future? I wave my shirt. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Look at this clown. Just telling you, you never know. I mean, look at me. Whoever expected I procreate, huh? Actually, we kind of all did. I raise an eyebrow. Well, with you proclaiming your undying love for Hooner after being crowned homecoming queen, and declaring you were gonna produce a whole softball team of babies to lead the school to victory once you were gone. Another guffaw from Bucks. Sounds like about like me. Damn, what memories! Almost makes me want to shed a tear. The screen door cracks open just as quickly slamming shut, and we both turn towards the porch just as Hooner walks down the stairs, baby in tow. Well, speak of the devil, here's the man of the hour himself. Bucks raises her beer. Iggy, it's so good to see you. It's been so long. Oh, look at Sadie. Look at them. They're so cute. He has a little hairpin and everything. Hooner's long bangs are pulled back with metal hair clips. His eyes look tired. Baby's half hidden in a purple blanket, but I still see her tiny little nose twitching amongst the soft folds of baby goo. It really has. Sorry for making myself so scarce. Guess I can lose myself in my work sometimes. More like your games, am I right? Buck's elbows me in the ribs. I laugh not at all awkwardly. Hooner smiles and shifts the baby in his arms. That's not good for your health, you know. Get out and get some sunshine once in a while. Well, I mean, as much as you can handle. I'll try harder. I attempt to shift the conversation away from me and my hermit-like tendencies. This the little bundle of joy then, yeah? 3 months old yesterday. I lean in for a closer look. She's absolutely tiny. I can't help but think of the cluster of baby rabbits I found huddled in a giant planter my mom had on the back patio when I was a kid. So completely helpless. She stares back at me as though she's never seen something stranger in her entire 3 months of life. I don't blame her, to be honest. What's her name, if I might ask? Hunter's whole aura seems to shift. He turns to Bucks. You haven't told your friends her name? What's wrong with you? Do you not care about your own child? Bucks groans. For God's sakes, what do you expect me to do? Go around professing my love for our daughter to every goddamn person on the street? So I forget to mention her name to one person. Sorry. Guess I'll try to work her name into every single one of my damn sentences from now on. It's at this point that I back up. I press my lips together in silence. Huna's finger is out now, pointing straight at Bucks' chest. Oh, don't give me that, Buxley. I've heard the way you talk about her. Is she annoying? Yes. Is she your daughter? Try to act like... But she is your daughter. Try to act like her... Try and act like you like her even a little. Bucks raises her hand in disbelief, eyes wide. So now you're saying I don't like my own child? Is that it? You know what? I'm done. Not even gonna try. I'm gonna put the meat on. She turns on her heels without another word and stomps off to the grill, crushing her can and tossing it atop the trash bag along the way. You do that. Hooner huffs. I'm gonna put the appetizers out so our guests aren't standing around here starving to death. Yeah, clearly a loving marriage now, isn't it? Clearly they're a loving household. He shoots Bucks back a prolonged look of resentment before pulling it an about face and strolling back inside to the house. I continue to stand awkwardly in the middle of the yard, half finished beer in my hand. I still don't even know the baby's name. My gaze falls to the grass, where the blades had been under Hooner's feet just a moment ago, are struggling to right themselves. A bird whistles somewhere up in the trees, and I pick a hunk of something between my top left molars. I'm just about to wander over to the picnic table when a feeling of unease trickles down my spine, almost as though someone's eyes are on my back. Hey, Iggy. For Christ's sake! By the time I twist backwards, Orlam's already a good 5 inches closer to it than what's socially acceptable for casual conversation. Hey, Rat Tail boys, good to see you. Good to see you again, Rat Tail boy. Hey, Orlam, I didn't hear you slither up. I take a step backwards. Orlam takes a step forwards. He looks like he hasn't slept in weeks. Dude, with a face like that, yeah, he clearly has not slept in weeks. Long time no chew the fat. How fares the daily strife? I take an extra large slug of my beer. Oh, same old, same old. You still writing code for top secret government espionage projects, Mr. Hack and Slash? If by top secret government espionage projects you mean a new website for Ruckerman's this and that, then yes, that's exactly what I've been up to. This amuses him, and he laughs. Orlam has the weirdest laugh. Like every syllable is perfectly enunciated, with an identical gap between each. Have you ever wondered what he considers this and what he considers that? I shift my weight from left foot to my right, then back to my left. Surprisingly, the thought never really crossed my mind. I've always been more of a that guy myself, Orlam shrugs. Why have this when you can have that, am I right? You know me, always on the super relative fringe of society. Fringe is right. I glance back towards the house. Bugs is still at the grill, Hooner is nowhere to be seen. I turn back. Somehow Orlam seems even closer. What about you? Still working at... Actually, I seriously have no clue what you're doing nowadays. Alon and Alon. I do data entry at their branch in town. The baby powder guys? I chewed on my bottom lip. Not just baby powder. We have all kinds of products like squirmy little skin tags. Bugs should be all over that. You should give her a discount? No. I blink. Willem stares at me with the same off-kilter smile. Then continues. You want to know the secret ingredient in our powder? That helps to give the skin an extra soft sheen? I sucked my entire bottom lip to my mouth at this point. No. Dead skin cells from real babies. Don't let Bucks know. I honestly would say that's disgusting, but I don't think that's what I'm pretty sure he's kidding. Don't let Bucks know, I say with a smirk. Always a kidder. That was a joke, of course. Obviously. But maybe I can get Sadie. Maybe I can get Sadie in the rotation. Okay, don't push it. So, any Mrs. Maxwell in the making tucked away in that man cave of yours? Afraid not. Fraternizing hasn't exactly been top priority in my life, I guess. My beer's almost gone. I squint as I look down at the opening. I know someone who will be happy to hear that. This brings my head up. What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. That smile again. And everything. He laughs. Now you're just weirding me out. As per usual, as per my usual strategy, I decided to turn the conversation away from myself. What about you? No misinformed member of the fairer sex climbing your steeple? Oh, I have my flings. Really? You? Willem runs a hand through a saggy curl of bangs, tracing the side of his forehead. There's a girl at work who can't keep her hands off me. Insatiable, this one. A real dime, too. Says no man's ever satisfied her the way I do. I really didn't need to know that. But me, well, looking for more than smoking hot time in the bedroom, if you catch my drift. Oh, I'm catching it. I need a woman who completes me emotionally, not just sexually. You know what I mean. He's practically breathing down my neck. His breath is as hot as it dances on my skin. I hadn't realized he'd gotten so close. 100% my man. And what's this girl's name? Jeez, every single option I have to save. It's just a priority of mine. Also, can I just say that Orlem's theme is just it's just so goofy. Like this is the kind of theme you would always hear with that just weird one socially awkward guy. Even though Iggy is supposed to be the socially awkward guy, but you know. What's this girl's name? I lean backwards. And what's this girl's name? He stops, blinks, finally pulls away. He licks his lips. I mean, I know it. It just slipped my mind. His arms curl in front of his chest. We don't really, talk much. In fact, I've probably never even said it out loud. You know how it is. You've never said the girl you're dating's name out loud? We're feral creatures, Iggy. There's no need for names between us. Okay, well, enjoy your mysterious nameless woman. You're just jealous you're not getting as much as me. I roll my eyes and turn to gaze back at the house. You know, you're exactly right. The sound of footsteps on the porch catches my attention. Aloha, mi amigos, and comment a las voz. The party has officially arrived. This is quickly followed by a dull thud of cranium and fake terracotta. Damn it, potted plant right in my face. That'll be Genzo. I finish up my last few drops of beer and wander off of the trash bag and throw my can away. Orland follows, quite obviously keeping me between himself and the porch. His smile is gone, and he's tugging anxiously on his rat tail. Oh, oh gosh, Genzo, I'm so sorry. We just hung those up the other day. I completely slipped my mind. Huda pushes open the screen door and steps outside. He quickly wipes at the crumbles of dirt decorating Genzo's shoulders. Not to worry, dear sir. I've been told dirt brings out the shit-colored hue in my eyes. He pauses, turning in Huda's direction. And what's this gurgling of innocent complacency I hear? Am I in the presence of Her Highness Princess Sadie? I should have worn my tie. He straightens his collar. Huda laughs and shifts Sadie in his other arm. Aren't you always a treat? Anyway, I've got some things to finish up inside. Iggy and Orlum are already out back. He tugs open the screen door and disappears back inside. Genzo continues the rest of the way across the porch, using his cane to avoid the railings and guide himself downwards the steps into the yard. There he is. he still looks as he still looks as New York accent looking as ever. I don't know how else to describe it. Also, is it just me or is his nose a little crooked? Like, I never actually took notice, but like, I don't think his nose was that crooked before. He immediately spreads his arms. Hey, Iggy! And I thought I smelled something coming up from a block. Is that the new cologne, Orlum? Or do you just naturally smell like a horse's ass? Orlum's eye twitches. Iggs, my man, get over here. It feels like forever. Genzo motions me over. Oh, look at them. I lean forward, and as soon as my shoulders touches his, he pulls me into a side hug. That nearly breaks my spine. Genzo's the same teddy bear as always. Short, big boned, as he puts it. and with a mouth that can run faster than he can, also as he puts it. I'm even given a familiar whiff of that ubiquitous orange knit cap as my face is matched at the top of his head. I've been a little off the grid, I manage. Off the grid or off your rocker, am I right or am I right? He presses his hand in my chest and he nearly doubles over laughing. Maybe a little bit of both, I say with a chuckle of my own as I pull myself away. You doing okay? How are things at the shop? F to the I, my friend. Just got myself a deal with the impound actually, and they're gonna send me some of the busted up bikes no one's ever picked up. I'll see if I can get them fixed and back into the market. His face is beaming beneath his sunglasses. More of a passion project, really, but it feels good to breathe new life into the little tykes, or should I say, little trikes? Ayy. He pauses for a moment, then raises his head, nose twitching. Is that the pungent odor of freshly grilled carcinogens I smell? Fox turns away from the grill for the first time since her argument with Hooner. Burgers are coming right up. Hope everyone's hungry. I can always count on you to fill my stomach, Buckleberry Finn. Genzo rubs his hands together. Which reminds me, Iggy, Game Rex. You have? I run a hand through my curls. I already eye in the cooler and wonder if I should grab another beer. Actually, this one game has been really sucking up my time. You get to control your own airship, and there's these terrifying vortexes you have to go through. And don't get me started on the giant tornadoes. I finally give in and fish through the ice for a can. I've been playing a game on my phone called Candy Cudgel. Orlam's shoulders are hunched at so low it's a miracle it doesn't fall over. Genzo ignores him. I played something along those lines a few weeks back. I'm telling you, there's something about sweeping skies and swashbuckling heroes that just... He brings his fist in his chest and shakes his head. Gets me right there. He glances in my direction, the sound of me popping the top of my beer. I know I tell you this every time, but you should really develop one of your own. You got enough crazy kernels up in that noggin of yours to launch your own library. Yeah, maybe sometime. Only if you'll be my character. Come on, y'all know I love Genzo. He's like one of my favorite characters. Only if you'll be my main character. I raise an eyebrow with a smirk. Only if you'll be my main character. Now there's an idea that guarantees blockbuster. The indomitable Captain Genzo set sail across the high seas. No, set sail across the sky. That's it. I'm a sky pirate. Sky pirate it is then. Only don't make me one of those fake pirates that goes around helping people. If I'm doing this thing, I'm doing it all the way. Murder, battery, aggravated assault. I want to own this shit. Hell, you could even go crazy and throw some tax fraud in there. I want to be in the game too. Fine, you can be the swab. Why do you want me to develop something so badly? I mean, it doesn't have to be a game. You should just get out and do something. Do something that'll get you out there. That's what Gage said. Olam snickers at this. We'll see how long that lasts. Last I heard, sheep could barely make rent. Hey, at least the lady's trying, which is more than anyone can say about us lazy Fs. Am I right or am I right? Genzo prods an air elbow in my general direction with a snort. It's at this point that Bugs finally turns away from the grill, spatula in hand. Burgers are ready. Get your hungry faces on. That's what I'm talking about. Genzo clasps his hands together. Single file line, people. Don't rush the grill, Meister. I leave my beer on the table and take my place behind Genzo, who's already waiting impatiently by the grill. Bugs is giving the burgers a final flip before tossing them one at a time onto an oversized plate. She sets the buns, cutting them somewhat erratically in half with a serrated knife and scattering crumbs all over the grass. I tap Genzo's shoulder gently to say something somewhat hushed. Oh, by the way, thanks. Genzo raises a brow. For what? Except it's much louder than my own statement. I wince, but continue all the same. You're not the only one who hasn't asked if I have a girlfriend yet. Genzo just shrugs. Hey, it's your life. You do you. Why should I care? Another snicker from Orlin behind us. Yeah, why would Genzo care about girls? Everyone knows he's... Genzo whirls around so fast his cane clocks Orlin his upper thigh. Orlin yelps. Whoops, didn't see you there, Orlin. Genzo laughs. Sorry, this thing's really got a mind of its own sometimes. I opened my mouth to say something, but Genzo's already turned back to the grill with his nose turned towards the meat and cheese concoction Bugs is stacking on top of the plate. And now we feast. Willow winces and rubs his thigh. I catch a few muttered curse words, but he remains otherwise silent. The air between them feels electric, and not in a good way. Fortunately, the sound of hurried footsteps on the patio is enough to divert everyone's attention. It's Gidget! I glance back at just as Gidget appears from around the side of the house, her face flushed and sweat dotting on her forehead. She brings up a hand to smooth her back of her hair. She looks around, smiles as she sees us. Sorry I'm late, guys. The traffic coming up I-80 was a nightmare. Genzo perks up. Now there's a sound for sore ears. Gidget smiles apologetically and starts over. Our eyes meet, but she looks away. I didn't miss too much, did I? Buck slaps down the top bun down on a veggie fortified burger stack. Only these clowns gossiping like a bunch of schoolgirls. Food's just coming off the grill now, so I'd say you're right on time. Gizmo pumps his arms as though pulling a train whistle. Then let's get this train chugging. Every second of food not going straight to my belly is a crime against humanity. It's easy to forget about things in the presence of friends. And despite the fact that my reclusive urges continuously tugging at me to escape back to a safe haven of my little apartment over in Brookside, I have a good time. This only happens once a year. I can handle it. Besides, despite some of their less desirable quirks, these are these are the only friends I've got. Oh, we get new CGs. So I clink cans, gorge myself on burgers and chips and ice cream cake. Oh, pick up a near argument between Genzo and Orlum. Mount Sadie on my knee. Oh, look at them! And generally acts like a normal person. That's not a complete and total mess of a human being. Once the sun sets, Bucks lights the mosquito lanterns. The Hunter takes Sadie back inside, and we spend another hour reliving stories from high school. Then even Bugs heads in, and just the four of us loitering around like Black Friday shoppers 6 hours before the store opens. Orlam's leaning back against the porch, looking up at the light-polluted sky. Genzo's seated on the porch steps, pressing a lighter to a cigarette between his lips. And well, Gidget's looking pointedly at me from the other side of the picnic table. When I turn to start poking at one of the flag decorations adorning the nearby tree, she seems to take this as an invitation. She wanders over. Hey, you. She's got her hands folded in front of her, thumb pads kissing. Long time no see. You're not the first to say that today, I say somewhat idiotically. Oh, Gidget's theme. What can we say? We missed you. She smiles. It's really nice to see you again. I spy a lightning bug flickering on and off by one of the lawn chairs. They'll be gone in a few weeks, hibernating, I guess. Do lightning bugs hibernate? When I don't say anything, Gidget continues. I moved, you know. Yeah, that's what a Buck said. Then comes the shame. Sorry, I was a bit of a no-show. She shakes her head. It's okay, you were busy, I'm sure. I'm not sure what else to say. So, how's Dukin? Probably a lot more going on there than down here. It's definitely a lot. How should I put it? Livelier? Gidget, Gidget's laugh has always had this eff- effervescent quality to it. I remember Orlam's comment from earlier. And you're doing fine, money-wise and all that? I'm working as part-time as a waitress between gigs. It's enough to get by. And the gigs? Because that's the real question of the hour. Another laugh, but slightly less bubbly. Those are, well, they're starting to happen. I'm trying to get an agent. Been reaching out to a few places in Dukin, since the occasional outreach on my own isn't getting me much, you know. Then again, I've never been all that great at marketing myself. An agent'll what? Get you more photo ops? I'm not actually sure myself. Basically, they'll be they'll be my marketing person. Look for shoots that suit me. Get my name out there. She pushes a lock of her hair behind her ear and lets her gaze fall. I scratch my bare arm. The, it's growing chillier. The cicadas are out something awful too. I realize I should probably say something. Oh, you sure things are okay? Days off to New York? Um, you sure things are okay? When she doesn't say anything more, I bite the bullet and ask, you sure things are okay? She gets that look. That look like she can't believe what I just asked that. Her right eyebrow goes up, while her left one goes down. She grins just a little bit too widely. Of course. Why do you ask? I don't know. Just seems like you're trying to do a whole lot all on your own out there. I wanted to make sure you were staying above the water. I glanced over at Genzo on the stairs. The cigarette smoke is swirling above his head. Maybe it's because you're the only one of us who's left in Lambrook. Just feels like you're light years away somehow. Well, you don't need to worry. I always knew this path would be hard, but I've got the grit. She curls her hand into a fist, eyes bright. Besides, I got my own personal cheerleader. How could I go wrong? She surprises me. Oh, who? She smiles, laughs, starts playing with her hands. You, of course. I blink. Oh, right. Sure. One of those brown beetles that one of those brown beetles that only seems to buzz around at night bounces off my nose. I duck backwards to flick it away. Dumb things. I glare at in the darkness. Gidget laughs, pauses. Iggy? She takes a step forward. Iggy, I. Her phone buzzes in her pocket, loud. She must have had a high setting. She seems to tense, then pulls it out and turns away. Her face goes bright at the light of the screen, but I can't make out the text. She's quiet as she reads it. I decide to crack a joke because I'm an idiot. Who's that? Your boyfriend? Who's that? A new agent? Who's that? As her grin. A new agent? His face goes dark. It's nothing. She laughs, but it's obviously forced. Doesn't seem like nothing. You just got all weird. Sorry, I guess I've been a little stressed lately. I feel like I'm really nailed this audition last week, but I just got an update about it, and I didn't even get a call back. Sorry, I. That sucks. It's fine, a nerve forced laugh. There'll be more, right? Of course, yeah, plenty more. Plenty more. Hey, you okay? I'm fine. I should go. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you soon. She walks off with another word, grabbing her bag from the picnic table and making a beeline for the porch. Genzo looks up in confusion as she rushes by. Fuck. Clearly I can't do anything right. I shuffle my feet wordlessly on the grass, then wander towards the stairs. Genzo pushes himself on his feet, sound of my approach, waggling his cigarette up and down between his teeth. She left in a hurry. What happened? I run a hand through my hair. Bad news. Poor gal. She's been really trying, you know. But life would, but life, but life has a way of punching you in the face repeatedly with a crowbar. You think she'll be okay? He purses his lips, taps his ash off his cigarette. She's strong enough to stand on her own 2 feet. If she's anything like me, she'll have a good cry tonight and then feel better in the morning. You cry? Hey, I'm a sensitive soul. What can I say? When he exhales, the smell of smoke curls itself and into my nostrils. For some reason, it sparks my memory. Hey, about earlier. What? When you spilled beer down in front of your pants? He snickers. Don't worry. We ain't kids no more. No one thinks you pissed yourself. Except maybe Orlum. But he doesn't count. I laugh. The sound carries me by my sentence. No, I mean what Orlum said. That joke about the joke he made about the dead baby's skin cells? Yeah, it set off my creepo dar too. But then again, what doesn't these days? Am I right or am I right? This rewards me with an elbow to the ribs. Oh, three options this time. Just in case, give Orlum a break, would you? Maybe give Orlum a break, would you? I think back on the aura of animosity that had permeated the air between them earlier. Guy's trying his best, same as us. Trying his best to be a douchebag, am I right or am I right? Genzo, I'm serious. All right, yeesh. He takes a deep drag of his cigarette, lips pursed. Then finally, I guess I could be a little hard on him. I give his shoulder a pat. Thanks. Hey, for you, Iggs, anything. Don't be a stranger now, you hear? Sure thing. I toss back at I toss back as I start up the porch steps. Orlum's perched on the railing, like at the top like some kind of vulture, lips pulled wide at his usual off-kilter smile. Iggy Maxwell, what did you do? Nothing. That didn't look like nothing. She looked pretty upset. I pressed my lips together. She got a text or something. Guessing it wasn't good. And you didn't console her? What a waste. I suppose that leaves it up to me to be her knight in shining armor. Go for it. I roll my eyes, then reach for a messenger bag still hanging on the post. It moves before my fingers reach it. The slightest twitch, almost as though someone brushed up against it. I pause, squint, tilt my head. Did you? I start and half turn towards Orlum. Did I what? Orlum snickers and swings his legs back and forth between the railing. Did you see that? You're gonna be more specific. I see a lot of things. Another snicker. I shake my head. Whatever. I reach again. This time looping my hand around the strap and tugging it off the post. For just a second, I swear I heard a faint sound of someone giggling. I need to get home. I'm starting to lose it. But there's still something I have to do first. Something growing and complaining right smack in the middle of my gut. I tug open the screen door and step inside, avoiding the moths fluttering about the overhead light. I can just vaguely remember the way Bucks' bathroom. A much needed pee and a wash my hands later, I'm maneuvering back through the dark hallway to the porch door when Bucks' voice makes me jump. Oh, so that's just the way it's gonna be, is it? Glad you get to make all the rules. It starts off soft, somewhat hushed, but towards the end, it's clear she's losing control of her volume. Oh, because it was my idea to buy a brand new grill when we're having trouble making house payments. I'm not sure what kind of fantasy world you're living in, but grow up. They're coming from the other side of the door, to the right. A single line of light is painting in shadows across the floor underfoot. I stop, chill on the inside of my cheek, instantly feel guilty, but not enough to make me move. Fantasy world? In a fantasy world, I wouldn't be woken up every hour by a sound that makes me want to kill myself. Can we just give her something? Give her something? And just what are you implying? Oh, come on, a little whiskey, she'd pass right out. You are out of your freaking mind if you think I'm going to let you feed my infant daughter whiskey. Oh, your infant daughter, is it? And what am I, the effing surrogate? Might as well be for how much you seem to care about her. This this was the first time you were even around for dinner all week, and it was the only because your friends were here. Who the fuck cares? It's not like she's going to remember any of this. I care, Buxley. I'm not raising this baby myself. Pause. Oh, no, you don't. You've already had plenty to drink tonight. Clearly not, because I can still understand the words coming out of your mouth. Buxley Krills, do not walk out of this room while I'm talking to you. Footsteps getting closer. Bert leaps up somewhere in the vicinity of a voice box, and I hot-footed the rest of the way to the screen door, barely making it outside before I hear the door inside get shoved open. It takes a moment for the tension in my shoulders to release, and even then, I can still hear my heart in my ears. Letting out the breath I hadn't even realized I'd been holding, I glanced up and see Orlum still on the railing and that smile on his face. Little old to be scared of the dark, aren't we? He laughs at his own joke. Every syllable is perfectly enunciated, with the identical gap between each of them. I woke in the next morning by the sound of Mrs. Donish's rolling her trash bin down the driveway. So it begins. There must be something stuck in one of the wheels because with each rotation, the bin lurches upwards and smacks heavily against the pavement. Roll, roll, smack. Roll, roll, smack. Something hollow bounces on the concrete. The rolling stops. She picks up whatever it is and tosses it back in the bin. Roll, roll, smack. Roll, roll, smack. I groan and turn towards the wall, but even I know a return to sleep is futile. I give myself another 5 minutes, then push myself out of bed. Once she starts humming and scraping what sounds like a rake across the sidewalk. When I press a button, I start the heavenly percolations of my caffeine juice. Breakfast is the remaining dregs of my chocolate rice snappers, and once I'm adequately engorged in sugary sustenance, I drag myself out of the bathroom to clean myself up. I look awful. But then again, when don't I? Alright, I think this is a good place for us to leave this video here for now. This is already really, really cool. And especially just for the alpha alone, this is already well made. It's like literally point for point, word for word, but a few extra bells and whistles, and I absolutely love it. I really hope the remake of this game gets more attention, but anyways, be sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell so you don't miss a single notification. I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a